Thank you for browsing page 121. Today we're going to jump into the monster manual and we're going to look at this guy, the unicorn. You're thinking, the unicorn? What kind of encounter is that? Well, you'd be surprised. Unicorns can be a ton of fun. So there we have a fine picture of unicorns from the monster manual. I always like that picture. And we get a look at the write-up. So in the write-up, we have 2 to 5 appearing, armor class 2, 24-inch move, 4+4 hit dice, which I always thought was a little low. 3 attacks, which is 1 to 6, 1 to 6 with the hooves, 1 to 12 with the horn. Special attack is a charge. Special defense, see below. Magic resistance, see below. Intelligence is average, which I think is low. Alignment cat at good, and they are large. Unicorns dwell only in temperate woodlands, away from human habitation. These fierce but good creatures shun contact with all creatures except sprites, dryads, and the like. Elven and human maids of pure heart and good alignment may sometimes 25% tame unicorns for use as steeds, and such are faithful, obedient mounts. Unicorns lair in open dells, their warded treasure kept in nearby hollow tree, rocky niche, etc. When a unicorn charges into combat, it does not strike with its 2 front hooves, but its horn strikes for double damage, 2 to 24. Because the unicorn is magical, its horn gains a bonus of +2 to hit. And possession of unicorn horn is sovereign remedy against all forms of poison, gas included. Naturally, the unicorn is not subject to poison. A unicorn always senses the approach of an enemy at 240-foot distance. They move very silently and surprise opponents on a 1 through 5 and a die 6. Once per day, unicorns are able to use a teleportation spell of limited distance, a dimension door, to appear up to 360 feet away from their former position. They may so teleport with a rider on their back. Unicorns make all saving throws as if they are magic users of 11th level. They cannot be charmed or held by magic. Death spells do not affect them. They speak their own language. So unicorns are pretty powerful. I've always liked unicorns. I've put them into games. I did a game back when the Cavalier was still new from Dragon Magazine. My girlfriend then, now my wife, Jerry, wanted to play Cavalier. And I said, sure. So she whipped up a Cavalier and she played her in a lot of games. And during the course of that, she and I were talking about any kind of steed she wanted. And she said she was interested in a unicorn. So I said, okie dokie. And over the course of several games, through a quest and such, she was able to secure a unicorn. And she played that character with the unicorn for quite some time. It was a lot of fun. She doesn't play that character really anymore, as that character's kind of retired, but that was kind of neat that she had a unicorn steed. So I actually had a unicorn NPC in my campaign for a while. I gave the unicorn a little bit more hit points, better hit dice, and I made her more intelligent. She even could telepathically speak to the Cavalier, but no one else. It was kind of a nice little nonsuch that I enjoyed having in my campaign. And you're saying, well, wait a minute, unicorns are good, so what the heck are they? Well, first off, they can be quest givers. They can be any kind of information dump. If you have to put out a lot of info about the haunted woods or whatever, a unicorn is a great way to do that, just giving the ability to speak, which they're often depicted as having anyway. And then, of course, the other side of that is you can have a corrupted unicorn. Perhaps there's an evil grove somewhere in the woods and it's corrupted the unicorn. I've done that a couple of times where you have the unicorn is evil. I've even used the unicorn as my big bad evil guy in one game that was about 4th to 6th level. I had a slightly amped up unicorn be the big bad evil guy. Corrupted druid, corrupted treants, stuff like that. That can play is so much fun, especially when they get to that nasty evil grove where maybe the treant got blighted and now he's evil, and the druid got blighted there, so now they're all fighting to defend it. Anything like that, I've used that several times, and unicorns come in great in that regard too. I like them. I think they're good quest givers. I think they can be a big bad evil guy if you want to do that way. As I said, the quest givers or friends of the party, unicorns work really well. But that's really all I've got to say today on our good friends, the unicorn. I really like them. I think they can be a lot more than the book implies. And again, at 4+4 dice, I think they're a little light in the dice. I would go ahead and I do bump them up a little bit. But that's it for today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. I'm trying to build views, or build my place rather, on YouTube, and supposedly likes are one of the things that are considered. So if you could take a moment to like the video, I would appreciate it. Also take a look at the Patreon, see if you can help me out there. But that's all I've got today on page 121. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.